Let's keep it on the phones here. I'm pretty sure the ears were burning over at St. Anthony, as we had got this letter that was sent out to St. Anthony parents, and we want to bring the principal, Robert Crisostomo, on to the show here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sabrina.
Good morning.
Hi.
Well, we're just I'll just start here. So we get a letter. Well, I'm not a parent of St. Anthony student, but their June 15th letter comes out advising parents that if they know anybody who had been at St. Anthony May 22nd to May 29th, that they may have been exposed to COVID because you guys had somebody test positive. And I guess the first question is, why did it take so long for you guys to notify the parents? I mean, we're talking about a 1 week period from May 22 to May 29th. You guys didn't even put out a letter until June 15th. And that has a lot of people very upset this morning, Principal. They want to send you to the principal's office, but you're probably already there.
That's a very good question, Chris. And let me build the timeline for you. I got notified Friday evening about this potential teacher who got corona, and the school should be closed down until more testing done. If I found out Friday, because I didn't know anything prior to this, and we closed school on Monday, the only time we could have reacted was really the weekend. So that letter went out timely on Monday. The school was closed. So I think the question here is, why did public health take so long to inform me that one of my teachers was actually contracted the coronavirus? That's troubling to me, because as soon as they test and they get the results, inform me. I could have taken action immediately. So that's where we are with this situation. And I just want to set the record straight, because there's a lot of rumors going around on this one issue. The letter went out to inform our community that the school will be closed until we do massive testing, and we're encouraging all teachers to come in and get tested on Thursday. And that also includes the parish workers here at the church. And I also want to add that one of the comments was someone was mandating teachers report to work. That's so false. Teachers are on summer break. There's no reason for them to come in. So I don't know where that came from.
Are staff are staff being told to come to work, Principal?
The staff's not coming to work. I told them, I had a staff meeting yesterday on Zoom, and I said I was coming in. I'm here right now in the office, closing out some things that we need to do to open school in the coming weeks. So a lot of things have to happen. One of the things I directed my nurse to do was get in touch with public health and get a written notification of one of my employees who contracted the virus and recommendations on what to do, because everything on Friday was verbal. I didn't receive any formal notification from public health. And, that's the way the protocol is. I suggest they change it and make it an official notification with a timely, with a timestamp on it to notify the employers or the people affected. Easily, I could have taken action on this as soon as I was notified, and the action taken was Friday afternoon. I didn't even get the full story till Monday.
Wow, so you're pulling public health under the bus with you.
Well, if that's where they need to be, answer up, man, because I'm here as the principal. I'm ready to open school, and I'm getting late information from them through my nurse and through my assistant principal.
Mm-hmm.
I need a formal notification, and that's the way they should operate.
Mm-hmm.
You should have put that in your letter. You should have been like, Lana at Public Health, they only told me yesterday.
So you only found out from public health that an employee had tested positive on Friday?
I was notified by my assistant principal Friday afternoon when we were about to close the doors. And then I found out also that this person was tested the week before. So why the delay of 1 week? You know, the school can only do and act on information it gets, credible information from public health. I don't even like acting on a phone call from somebody I didn't even validate.
Was this someone from the contact tracing team, principal?
I didn't get contacted, but my nurse called back to validate the information.
What about the teacher? Do you feel at any point the teacher should have been like, "Hey guys, I got COVID"?
Yeah, that's what you were saying that the teacher knew about the results a week before the school had actually been
tested a week before.
Right.
So,
but was that test result? Does it take like a week to get the test result?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know when the result came back.
Yeah. And you know, those are the specifics I need to know.
Yeah.
And then there's a HIPAA requirement. They can't divulge that information. All they can tell me is someone got or contracted the coronavirus from your faculty. The specifics about that, there's violations of privacy disclosing that. So he or she can't be revealed by public health.
Right.
But I'm glad they called on Friday. I wish they called a week earlier so we could close school down and get this thing addressed.
So you said, okay, so the timeline, it would be, you found out on the 12th. So
I found out Friday.
Right,
yes,
the
Friday
12th.
afternoon.
And but you said that that this person, this teacher, was tested a week before, which is the 5th. From what I understand, on the 3rd, just a couple days before that, there was a ceremony at St. Anthony's, the graduation event.
Yes, we had a
So
graduation event.
Was that teacher at the graduation event, and have you made further
No,
efforts?
she said, nope, she was not at that event.
Right.
Just to clarify, yes, she was not at that event, period.
But we don't know if this teacher, though, had contact with other teachers or students that may have been at that event.
Bingo, Sabrina.
No, and that's why public health has to do the contact tracing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what are you going to say to the parents and the students out there who are listening and who are now maybe having anxiety that, A, they may have either been exposed when they came in to pay their tuition or, you know, pick up whatever they got to pick up, or B, we're thinking about, hey, I want my kid to go to St. Anthony, but, I don't know about all this COVID stuff.
Yeah, and you know, it's pretty sad that this virus and pandemic is actually driving how we have changed our lives in the last couple of weeks and months. You know, I just want to tell the parents that we're doing everything we can to keep our students safe, to open with a safe environment here at school. This Thursday, we're actually going to have mass testing going on from 9 to 12 over here by the church, St. Anthony Church, encouraging all our teachers, because I can't mandate they come in and get tested, but I think it's prudent if we ask them to do a TB test before they start teaching. I think they should do a COVID, a corona test prior to entering the classroom with the students. And, you know, there's also the asymptomatic people. I'm not a doctor, but I've certainly been listening and following the pandemic. People with asymptomatic symptoms don't display fevers, coughing, cold, and they walk around normal like they're okay, and they are. The problem is they're just carrying the virus, and that's the problem. Are we going to be dictated by these restrictions? We're wearing our masks. I even ordered face shields for all the students at the school, on the school's dime, so that we can give out face shields on top of the mask that they're going to be wearing, and we're going to maintain social distancing. We're going to offer remote learning. So the parents, if you don't feel comfortable with sending your kids to St. Anthony face-to-face with the teacher in the classroom, we are offering remote learning. And we're going to stream live the lessons in the class, the teacher's teaching, as if the student was in class.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 platforms we're unveiling next year. Face-to-face, because some parents have to go to work. Students have to come to school. So we're offering that as an alternative. I think St. Anthony is a very safe school. This one teacher contracting the virus is not a game changer. We will do everything we can, and every advice CDC and public health can give us to make the situation a safer place.
Well, I wonder if public health is going to, or if in the contact tracing, if they found out that there were any other times that, significant groups of people could have been exposed to this teacher, and other than in the school setting. Because I know that's part of their contact tracing, is that they're probably asking this teacher, well, obviously you were at St. Anthony May 22nd and May 29th. Where'd you go other than that? Did you go to a gathering? Did you go here? Did you go,
Yeah. I mean, plus, there was no classes during this.
Right. So what kind of traffic did you get during the week of May 22nd and May 29th, Robert?
Traffic parents coming in?
Yeah,
Yeah, very few. As you know, school's about to start maybe in a month. We're looking at starting hopefully in July, if we get selected to be one of the schools to pilot the program for opening, but we haven't heard, and I think that's through public health. Well, we probably won't get selected now. So,
well, you guys are having a rough week.
Yeah,
with
I wanted to
St.
find out if
Anthony.
it was going to push back the start in July, this whole incident, but I guess,
all indications are, and I have to wait because public health, the governor's executive order, are all hurdles that we have to overcome prior to opening. I don't think any school is going to open if those restrictions are still in place. As much as we want the kids to come back to school, they lost already 3 to 5 months worth of lessons. To hold them back any longer, there's going to be a real deficit in education. And this pandemic is the cause of it.
Yeah, I gotta say the distance learning, it was difficult.
Not really working out.
It was
not really working out. Bree, let me hold my
joke.
beer. I'm sorry, Sabrina's a parent of a St. Anthony's student, and
he knows.
she has a full-time job here that's like super full-time. And so she has also become a full-time teacher, and I only know because I see it.
The Zoom classes, I have to say that it changed the game a little bit, but it's only for 1 hour. So when I come home, he's like, "Hey, can you show me how to do this?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what you're doing."
Do you get a lot of complaints?
What page is this?
Robert, do you get a lot of complaints from parents who feel like, man, we're paying this tuition, but we're the ones doing the teaching? I'm pretty sure you hear that a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Chris, Sabrina, and you're a parent. Brock is in the 5th grade.
Don't be taking it out on Brock now, all right?
I even know our classmates.
He's a great student. No, that packet 1, I have to say, because we were thrown right into it, the burden fell on the parents. Absolutely. I have to admit that. Packet 2, when we sent it out and we engaged Zoom and students had to come online, that helped out. And we found out that there's a happy medium between those two. And that's why we're doing the live streaming of teachers teaching in the class. It's not 1 hour anymore. It's actually going to be the full day. And the kids on remote are going to be logging on. They can't turn their camera off because that teacher has to see that student and they have to participate. That's the beauty of the program. Now, this is all theoretical because we haven't tried it yet.
Right.
We have 2 pilot classes going on in June on Zoom. We actually have the 7th going to 8th grade and 8th grade going to 9th grade math and reading classes going on all day on Zoom. So it's been working out. Teachers have gotten good feedback from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to say, the Packin' one though was a
Oh,
blur.
That was a doozy.
It was a blur to me.
Let me
I don't
tell you.
even know what was going on.
I
and then
heard all
Packet
about
2,
Packet 1.
Then I started getting into it with the Zoom. I was like, okay, I think you could do Zoom.
Yeah.
By the time she gets Packet 3, I think she's going to send her application out to all the schools.
Hey, I got to say, at least we did throw up the white flag and march and say we give up.
Yeah.
Hey, we kept going at it, and I think we ended up with a great product opening up the school year.
All right, Robert.
All right.
Thanks for calling in. Good to hear from you. And, again, like I said, tough week from the fiesta, the St. Anthony. And I sent my mom that video, Bree, and it's just like I told you. She was like, when I sent it yesterday, she was like, Biba San Antonio. And then this morning around 5 a.m., I got a WhatsApp message. My mom was like, caps lock, Christopher, why didn't you tell me that the statue of St. Anthony fell down? Boy, I was watching that video with all my friends, and we almost had a heart attack, Christopher.
Hey, Chris, you need to call Polly Mike on that.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay, Robert.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, good luck. Get
Thank
tested.
you. You guys
Okay.
have a nice day.
You
All
too.
right.
Wash your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 9:37. It is containing COVID. We're gonna take just a really quick break and come back.
Public health has some explaining to do.
Yeah. Well, 9:38. Good morning.
Keeping you informed, KUAM News brings you Banking 671, brought to you by the Bank of Guam, the People's Bank, and Coast 360 Federal Credit Union. Together, we thrive.
KUAM News COVID-19 Takeover on I-94 FM is presented locally by AMBROS Inc.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
With the new challenges we're all facing, First Hawaiian Bank wants to make sure you have access to your financial world. With FHB Online and our mobile app, we hope to make banking the least of your worries. Visit fhb.com/digital.
We hope that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic. It has been a challenging time for all, but now, more than ever, our cancer patients and caregivers need us. Although we are apart, we stand united in the fight against cancer. The American Cancer Society Guam is excited to announce our first virtual Relay for Life. Join us on Saturday, June 27th at 6:30 p.m. on KUAM TV 8, as well as on I-94 FM and streaming on KUAM News digital platform.